So the article about Chrystul Kizer, it says in big bold line, it says big bold, right? Murders her rapist. If you didn't live with somebody, you don't know whether or not she really could get away without using a gun. But before the case is deliberated, it's a murder trial. So if it turns out that she's not a murderer and somebody died, then she could sue them for libel. She could sue all those reporters. Anybody with a press pass that said that she was a murderer, they all could be sued. She's in Kenosha, and it's weird that it's like, okay, the media gets to queue up conversation. They get to queue up shit they want to talk about if they don't want to talk about anything else. So everybody's talking about Rittenhouse. And it could be a precedent in there for somebody to defend himself who's a minor. And you hear these people talk about, I didn't want to live in a world where a minor could just walk around with a gun. What if they don't have a gun? What if they don't have no means to defense? Then they get sex trafficked. So shut the fuck up. Shut your fucking pie hole. Shit. Getting on my fucking nerves. Just like, I think everybody who's complaining about rules being slanted towards helping white people just want to believe the cops. Like that's the problem, is because they wanted to believe the police. The thing is, like, they're just, the police isn't the media though. The press. You want to believe the press. That's the gang, dude. That's the gang. You say I said police, but I'm not really talking about average Joe police. Who's really the police in everybody right now? Right? It's social media, right? Because you're all members of the press. If you could get up here on social media and talk about things that surround you, you're reporting. You're like the press. You don't need a press pass to be a member of the press. So what's the jump off then? They want idealism and sloganeering. They don't want to put in work. Like, I didn't have to do much more. When they say do more, or you could do more, you only have to do a tiny bit more. It only turns out that you only got to do a tiny bit. Like, I mentioned her name and I glanced over the subject, and then I was like, yo, that's weird. How come I don't know anything? And I couldn't leave it alone, because I'm just saying, like, I don't know. Like, you could have thought that I made it up. You could have thought I made it up, and then it is fucking weird, man. It doesn't really matter how you get gun rights. You know what I mean? It don't really matter who gets the guns. Like, you should have yours. Like, if somebody tries to take your gun, you're supposed to blow them the fuck off the planet. That's molesting. If I try to take somebody's gun, that's like molesting. That's molesting them. Anyways, I'm probably tripping off words. You know something? This word, analogia. Some people think it means an analytical word, and some people think it means an analogy. So, but that fucking people, like, generationally choose to mask their intelligence, or to showcase it, their intelligence based on whether or not they could be considered into it. But that is not something etymology can go and fix. Like, that's more paradoxical. You know what I mean? Because for a little while, Nicole Kidman's life was in jeopardy because they didn't know whether or not she was adept or into what was going on being portrayed in the movie that Stanley Kubrick was filming, right? Tom Cruise had to pretend to be stupid. He had to play dumb. He had to play dumb. Because it was a broadcast, like they were broadcasting messaging, like they were sending a message in a movie